So really quick, I wanted to check in to just talk a little bit about three issues. Number one, TikTok is back up. That is an absolute plus for the entire country and community of America that that was able to happen. And the reason TikTok is back up, you need to understand, is because of the Republicans. And again, let me be very clear. I am a lifelong Democrat. I have always voted Democrat. But again, let's just look at the facts, because a lot of us are working in our feelings, and it's not about the feelings. It's about the facts and what needs to be done now to be committed to progression as we progress on, because that is the intent. TikTok is back up. It just went down yesterday, and it's only back up because of the incoming president that many of y'all did not want in, because you don't look at the facts. Everybody is working off emotions, and I don't want to say everybody because I don't like to use absolutes when I'm talking, but far too many people, especially when you're talking about over 90% of black women who only supported the candidate because of identity politics, her being a woman. We have got to get past that. And so many people are like, oh my God, you're voting for this person, we're going back to slavery. Who the hell going back to slavery? Nobody. But we had two choices, and those choices should have came down to something that was beyond aesthetics. So let me say this: the next and most prevalent civil rights issue that we're dealing with right now is education. Somebody just got finished saying on a post to me, they were like, Sheila, I don't like when people say that our kids are not reading and writing, but what the fuck are you doing about it? Right? They're education advocates in this community, and y'all watch candidates that the Democratic Party has put up in front of us. We've listened to their poetry. We've seen them talk about black power. We've seen them talk about everything, but we don't watch what they do once they get in office. And what they did, especially, like I said, I live in Newark. I'm a resident of Newark, so I'm talking about Newark. But many of these issues are prevalent all over the nation where there are black and brown communities. So basically what happened was they put uneducated individuals on an educated board. Now, you don't have to be educated to realize that that is not an educated decision. That is just not commonsensical, because a lot of this stuff is just really pragmatic. It's really just about common sense. Why would you not put school teachers, because I've ran for school board several times as a 20 plus year educator, right, who has experience being a director over preschool, experience of being an adjunct professor at a community college, Essex County College. Why would that person not win? And why would that person never be even examined to be a candidate for the main slate? And in fact, why is the city of Newark, the municipality, consistent with running a slate for the education board, which when problems arise, they will tell you quick and fast and furious that they just don't have anything to do with it. So again, if you're looking at it from a very pragmatic eye, you'll see that these things don't make sense. But if you're going to continue to be so emotional and in your feelings about policy, right, and just common sense issues that's impacting us, this is what we have. Now, these same people who want the kids to vote in upcoming elections, right, not being able to read or write, not being able to see all the candidates that are running, but only those chosen candidates, right, who made the legislation for them to vote because nobody else can get in. Those candidates who receive all of these little trinkets, little iPads and little things that kids like, sneakers and tickets to games. You come in and you give kids these things, and then they want to vote for you, right? Because again, this is the same thing as identity politics to me. It's just another way to just utilize this to play games with people to get them to vote and put in leadership that is not for the people. And at some point, we the people have to say, okay, enough. It is up to us to stop that. You don't want to support legislation that allows kids who really can't haven't been taught to comprehend, right? And it's not just about comprehension. It's about the curriculum primarily, because after the rebellion took place, what they did was they ceased teaching civil rights and they started teaching social studies, which most of you, if you are in Newark and you're being honest, social studies class just wasn't teaching you anything. That was like a free class. And if you had a teacher, kudos to you, but I doubt that they were teaching anything about you as a citizen and what your duties and responsibilities are at voting in people who will make your city in your quality of life be what it is we desire for it to be, because we don't be thinking about things like that, right? We trust that, oh, the people that are in, we look at them, right? Aesthetically, they look like they're going to do what they're supposed to do. But no, the suits are a joke. The suits are a joke. Everything is a joke except for what it is that they're voting for. Everything is a joke except for what it is that they're standing for. And if you're not evaluating those things, then you're not doing your due diligence to evaluate anything. So I'm not concerned with your feelings. We had two candidates to vote for president. We had Trump and we had Kamala. And I'm sorry, if you were looking at the policies, there was nothing that was being offered on the other end except for pedophilia. Now, many of you will argue that, oh, well, there are some issues of racism. Trump is a racist. Yeah, so what we do know, right, that's factual, that most racists definitely voted for Trump. And what we do know is factual is that most pedophiles definitely voted for Kamala. In a perfect world, we probably wouldn't have had these two candidates at all. But because you don't pay attention and listen, we were allowed to have a very poor candidate put up before us for the Democrats, one that showed women twerking, right, in terms of getting political support, one that talked about putting collard greens in a tub. My grandmother was from Raleigh, North Carolina. She ain't never put no collard greens in no tub. Okay, that's some nonsense. And that's some things that we don't need to be listened to. It's not commonsensical. You don't need a law degree or science degree or a doctorate, or you don't need these things to make legitimate choices. But what you do need to do is pay attention. Now, somebody shared this with me. I'm going to throw this up real fast because I told them that we would talk about it. They said, Sheila, they said, this is a shame. I don't know if you guys could see this. I'm so upset that you can't. But basically, this room, this is like a 3-bedroom apartment for over $9,300. I'm sorry that you guys can't see it. It's just not cropped well, and I'm not going to go back and do it now. But she was so upset about this, right? And my thing is that where are the rest of the people upset? We've had some of our brightest, most capable minds to run for office in this city. And because people are so just stuck in their way and don't want to evaluate a different way, whoever has all the money, people just support that person. Whoever funds your candidate, that means it's not your candidate anymore. I don't care how black they look. At that point, that's when they start using identity politics to get your vote. And then once they get it, that's when you look disenfranchised and say, well, I don't want to vote anymore. Every time we vote, nothing don't change. Stop the way that you're voting. Stop the way that you're voting. Don't worry about, oh, well, I don't want to vote for Sheila Montague because I don't agree with everything she said. You don't agree, but look at our communities. I'm like Trump now. What do you have to lose? Like, we've lost everything. We've lost an entire generation. You got to think, the current administration has been in place now for over a decade. That's 10 years. That means there's an entire generation all ready, set, ready to go straight into poverty or straight into the prison system. That is why we're going to be focusing on this prison system. We have a new prison coming in Newark. You understand what I'm saying to you? This is not their fault. This is our fault as a people for not paying attention. And you know what? It's all good, because what you don't know right up until you know it. But once you know it, don't act like you don't know it no more. Don't be marching around with these organizations while they're talking about, oh, we're marching for Martin Luther King, and we're telling Trump, trying to use the same political rhetoric from Kamala. We're walking with her. We're not going back. Listen, that campaign is already going back. It's gone. And thank God, because of social media spaces like TikTok, that brought us real-time information to teach us, to educate us, and motivate us to know that who we needed to be voting for was not that side. And let me say again, because many of us we're misinformed. Sheila, I had a grown man older than me, a senior, tell me, because you was disrespecting her as a woman, and when they disrespected you, I supported you. And he did support me. But he wasn't able to intellectually see that my critique of the policies that she stood for as a political candidate had nothing to do with her politically. I think that Kamala is beautiful. I think that she is smart. I think that she is capable. But there is a level of just not having the the necessary autonomy that is needed, right? We wouldn't have been getting leadership from her. It would have been whoever was controlling her, right? And you look at the policies, that is not what we wanted overall. So that is what we need to be doing. And right now, like I said, I've been on this for a long time, trying to get people to be a critical thinker. I don't need you to think like me. I just need you to think. And you're not thinking when 93% of black women say, I'm voting for a candidate because she's black. You think that they don't already look at the algorithms and see that we would have said that, and that's why they put her in? You understand? So we have to be smarter. We have to be more analytical. And we have to look at the people that they're putting in front of us to guide us down a pathway of a big fat nothing burger. Because we're getting absolutely nothing. And if we start to do that and we come together collectively, we can make it happen. So you guys know that, I run for leadership here in the city of Newark. But how many of you, and people love to, when they disrespect me, right? They love to say, when I come back at them with the same energy like Geminis will. Oh, Sheila, I supported you. I don't care if you supported me to the cows come home. You don't get to disrespect me. I put my life on the line to run. I did not put my life on the line to get a title. I already had one. It was my name. Because unlike a lot of people, I don't thrive in titles. I thrive in real, authentic relationships. That's what I have always enjoyed. The things that I do from passion. I don't do because I'm trying to be something I'm not. I don't do because I need my face all up in lights. No. I'm trying to help as a genuine educator, right? But also a black woman, also a mother. You understand what I'm saying? I'm invested. And these people who you guys vote for don't even live in the community. And I don't want to hear what they do in the community and you ain't seen nobody. Maybe somebody else was working. Are they doing it in the community because they get a stipend or a paycheck to do it? Again, these are the things that you need to look at. And stop voting in an ignorant space. Ignorant meaning not knowing. No. We live in a place where knowledge is abundant now. If you're not on TikTok, get on it. Stop only listening to your friends. Stop only listening to the people that you are just in such agreement with. Sometimes open your mindset to just listen. And again, if it don't apply, let it fly. But if it does apply to you, please reflect upon it. Start a space where you can listen to people that may not think like you, but you can have an adult back and forth, a mature back and forth, so that you can start to question things. When we were little, we used to say, why is the sky blue? Why is this and that? That was natural. Being inquisitive is natural. But we lost that because we live in societies that tell us, don't ask questions. You just do what you're told. And that is not acceptable. Survival won't allow it to be. So what I will invite you to, like I said, take advantage of what I'm putting up, for us. Every Saturday at 8 o'clock at 814 Clinton Avenue. I'm there for you to meet with, and I have a book club. It's called The Sage Society. I'm there 8 o'clock every Saturday morning for the purpose of learning, loving to read. You're worried about the kids not learning how to read. I don't see you sitting them there on Saturday morning to read. Why? Are they busy, sleeping, playing the game? Like I said, we're in charge, right, of where we are and where we're going. We just have to take the reins and take power over that, right? And so another thing, people were talking about, education is not this and that. I have created a Facebook group called SOCKS, right? SOCKS. You guys could come on there. Everything you need to know about education, I'm trying to keep these as short as possible, is there. I created that space so that not just me, and that's another thing. People are always looking for a leader. Knock it off. You want a leader so that you can shun responsibility of having anything to do with anything. You don't want to pick sides. You want to ride the fence. You want to act like you cool with me and you cool with other people that run too. You understand? But now that is amazing. I will see you spam. I don't know what that is soon. Okay, great. Yeah. So you guys come out again, 814 Clinton Avenue. We have a book club there. 8 o'clock in the morning, and yes, it's at 8, so people can still enjoy their Saturday and do what they have to do. And if you're gonna be smart, the first book we did was the 5 a.m. club, right? You see how that goes? If you want something, you're gonna sacrifice and get up. What you sleeping for? You're gonna sleep when you die. What you sleeping for? Get up, come to the book club, and visit SOCKS And maybe I will put something on, I don't have an Instagram for socks yet because I just don't, but maybe I will put it on Instagram. But again, it is for our educational community, the parents and the students who want to share information, and any information related to teaching, related to not being treated fair. If you guys have to go into meetings and you don't feel like you have their support and you don't understand what's going on, because they will do that to you. They will have you in these meetings where your child will be dag near pushed into special needs, and that might not be where they need to be. I'm here for that. Like, I got literally like 25 years into the system. I've written curriculum. I am a source. I'm a resource. So what can I do other than say that, right? And make sure that I leave a group that we can unify and organize in it, so that you will have support, and not just me, a community where other people feel and share those same commonalities. And so if you're not going to do it, don't blame Trump, right? Don't blame the current administration. Blame yourself. Take full responsibility. And last but not least, for those of you who have never supported a campaign in your life, but you have money for what you want to have money for, this work takes money. Money pays the bills. Money keeps machines rolling. They keep them growing. They get them started. So if you have, I don't care if it's $1, $3, $5, donate something. Cash App Sheila Montague. And I'm sorry, y'all done seen me do enough work that you shouldn't feel guilty about Cash App and a couple of dollars, like to get flyers, to just do the things that I need to do. Is different apps like Canva that I use to make flyers, to do outreach, the books that we're getting for the book club. And yeah, we're going to solicit to get funds and things to support that. But stop thinking that everybody else's job to support us is their job and not our job. You understand? That's not how this goes. You have been misinformed. And even if it used to be like that, like, check it, like, make a note. It's not like that anymore. So the people who are being supportive, you need to look, pay attention, find out who those people are and support them. Just like that night when Kamala came on, people gave her millions for what? Where's the money? And this is no critique to her, because I'm sure it was a campaign. I'm sure she had a treasurer, so it wasn't just on her. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, people had millions of dollars for a presidential candidate that didn't even make it. I have not gotten $20 barely, like, from anybody in this community to do the work that I have been steadfast and consistent in doing. Give it some consideration, and if it makes sense to you, make sure that you donate. If you want to, examine things first, like I said, go check out the page. You guys help to make it better. There's not one size fits all. There's not one person that's going to come and be a savior for all people. But I am lending my time, my expertise, and all the things that I can do and all the things that I will do to help us progress, to help us be stronger members of society, and to help us to avoid that jail that they're trying to put here, to help us to avoid the pitfalls of not being able to function, to get the jobs that are available, because not get the jobs because we're not qualified. I tried my best to run interference before we had those apartments, like I just posted up, $9,300 for like a 3-bedroom. Hold up, let me. I don't know if I could see how many bedrooms it was on there. I see 3 bathrooms. I think it was 3 bedrooms, but I'm not sure. But no matter what, $9,000 is ridiculous. That is like triple the mortgage that people are paying for an entire house. So, like I said, you will not get the support that you just don't invest in. So invest in your support. And if you're a person who you don't have the money to invest, guess what? There's a lot of things that campaigns could use to better our community. We need flyers. We need copies made. We need a place in the community that we can meet on a regular basis to do outreach to our community for elections, right? And again, we can talk more about that, but the last elections, they only allowed 2 spaces for the 2 top contenders to have a space. And our community is still not winning. What I see, and I'm going to say this really quick, that we do wrong, we operate as individualists. Like, we got this thing like, we don't snitch, we mind our business. That is not how God intended it. And if it was, everybody would be winning right now. We are built to work together. That's why certain people could do certain things. Certain people could do other things. I love Fantasia. She sings beautiful. I can't sing, so I love to hear her. She makes me feel good and motivate me to do what I can do. And the things that I can't do, maybe somebody else can't do. And those things, and it goes on and on and on. So to that end, that's just, again, common sense. Wasn't sent here to be individualists. You have to be more of a group mindset. You have to be more allowing, patient, and forgiving of behaviors that you think that don't fit the mold, or behaviors of others that you think that, oh, that's why I don't want to be involved, because, you know, this is drama that I don't feel like being involved with. Listen, the types of things that, and I'm going to talk about black people, because I know people are, oh, why you, because I'm black. The types of things that black people have been having to deal with in this country for the duration. I don't know how anybody has their sanity, to be honest. And you're not just faking the fraud. Like, I don't know. But if you do, for whatever reasons, whatever support you have, whether it was family or whatever, kudos to you. Kudos to you. Because this is like after the effect of war when you're walking through Newark. Go through Fabian. Go down Clinton Avenue. And that's why I'm located right where that nobody else wants to go, because you're not going to be safe. Like, a lot of these organizations, they get money to do outreach in the Newark community, but they got like 5 kids in the program. Kids don't even live in Newark. Kids got great parents with a dual salary in the household. They not missing no meals. They not missing nothing. There's probably no chance, you know, knock on wood, that they would even be in the group that statistically would be projected to go to jail or poverty. But that's what's going on. So we need people to fill the blanks in where there's not people there filling the blanks. And that's what I'm trying to do. So if you support that, support me, donate, Cash App, Shalamanchu, whatever you can. Other than that, just inbox me to see if you don't have the money, because I know it's tight for some people. I can tell you other ways how you can help. But understand this, we better help each other. Because if we don't help each other, we're going to lose this city. And 9,000 rent is the least that you guys have to worry about. Now, play games if you want to. Like I said, I'm going to try to come live every day and say little stuff and try not to be long-winded, because there's a lot of things that people don't know and you need to know to make very informed decisions. But, you know, one day at a time. Thank you for joining me. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Stay blessed, stay up. And until next time, peace.